Okay, good morning. Thank you so much for being here on this dark and rainy morning. We are going to get started with a warm-up and then get into our flow. So let's just collect ourselves here. Press your feet down into the floor, hip width apart. Reach the crown of your head straight up into the ceiling, dropping the shoulders down. Bring your chin in line, so if you feel like your chin is jutting out at all, just draw it back a little bit. And let's just place the hands on the tummy and take a few long, deep breaths here. Inhale through the nose. Big, deep inhale all the way to the top of the lungs. Exhale, blow all the air down through the torso, down into the feet, straight into the floor. Big breath in, take it right up into the lungs. 3 deep breath here. Open the rib cage wide, the rib cage wide. And exhale all the way to the very end of your exhale. One more time. And exhale, letting it all go. Bring your arms to your side. Let's draw the chin to the chest and float the chin up into a gentle extension. Feel the length in the front of the neck. And lower back to the chest, and chin floats. One more time. And coming back to center, starting to look over each shoulder, shoulder check. Side to side, try to picture your spine staying in one place and just moving like a corkscrew, side to side. And back to center. Bring your elbows into your side, nice and close, like little robot arms. Draw your shoulder blades up to your ears, pull them back, draw them down, roll them around. Up, back, down, and around. We've got a little bit of shoulder work right in the beginning of this class, so we want to just warm up this area. And let's go the other way as well. Back, up, around, and down. And just might get a little snap, crackle, pop in that upper back. And last one. Awesome. You're going to bring your arms across the body so that one arm is in front of the other. And we're going to bring these arms up and then push the air down. And cross them, bring them up, and then push the air down. And now start to feel like your spine is growing every time we push that air down. Push it down and your spine is lengthening. And again, up and pushing down. And let's switch it. Come up and push the air down in front of your hips. Scoop up and then turn the air down and push it down. And up, and push. One more time, and push. And let's just bring turn our wrists, just waking up the wrists and the hands. Both directions with your wrists. I like to form a little fist, squeeze the fist, and then just turn in both directions. Again, you'll probably get some snap, crackle, pop here as well. All right, awesome. And now let's bring those hands behind your head, getting nice and tall. Put some weight into the heels of your feet and sit back into a squat. We're going to keep our chest lifted, draw up through the abdominals. We're just holding the squat. See if you can pick up your toes and put the weight right back into the back part of the foot. And as we stand, standing tall, squeezing the glutes, draw in through your tummy. We're crossing elbow to knee, and then we squat. And we stand, and that's the pattern. We cross over, and squat down. Stand it tall, cross, and cross. We want to feel that sternum turn down into your squat, and cross, and cross. Nice work. Squat it down, press the floor away and try to move your body like you're moving through water here. Squat. And down, press it up. Last one, cross and cross. Leave your left hand behind your head, bring your right hand down beside you. We're side bending and coming through. I want you to visualize you're between two pieces of glass. Draw your abdominals in. And we're pushing through the air here. Going over and standing tall. Reaching with your fingertips. And back. We have 4 more here. 4, 3. Imagine you have a big weight in your hand and that weight is pulling you right over to the side. 2. And on this last one, we're going to stay over here, tiny pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming tall, release that. Check in. Are you still connected on the front? You may feel your lower back a little bit, but do you feel a connection here? Let's go to the other side. So keeping that belly button connected, we tip over. 1. And back. 2. Reaching through those fingertips. Push your feet into the floor and stay heavy in the feet. And 5. We have 3 more here. Tip it right over. Getting a nice big pull through the top side. 2. And on this last one, staying over there, 8 little pulses. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand tall. Check in with those abdominals. Draw them a little closer. Last little part of our warm-up here. Getting really, really tall. Keep a micro bend in the knees. Nod the chin and flex down to look at your belly button. Inhale, stand tall. Nod the chin, exhale, flex down. Nice big pull through the back of the neck. Inhale, stand tall. 2 more. Nod the chin and flex. Soften through the chest, look at your belly button. And come tall. And last one. And standing tall, releasing your arms and coming to the end of your mat. Get really tall here and then gently tuck your chin. Make sure there's a bend in the knees, and let's come into our first forward fold, rounding down. Take your time, knees are bent. And when we get to the bottom, take a big breath into your lower back. Send your sit bones up to the ceiling. And exhale, scoop in the belly, bend the knees, and then make your way to standing. Roll the shoulders. And then getting really tall first, nod the chin, and we're going back down. Forward fold. Draw up through the abdominals as you roll down. And again, at the bottom, we're taking a big breath into our lower back. I just realized I'm wearing earrings, you guys. I'm going to take them out so that I don't have any clicking on the mic. Sorry about that. All right, here we are in our forward fold. Hands come to your shins. Reach your spine long. Come up into a nice extension. And we're going to stay here for a minute, squeezing the shoulder blades on our back. Breathing deeply. Stay long in your spine. Sit bones are reaching up behind you. Exhale, soften into your forward fold. We're walking out to downward dog. So setting ourselves up really strong, dig your fingertips into the floor. Pinky fingers are really heavy. And then we reach our sit bones up. Let's start a nice gentle pedal through the heels. One at a time. And add an exhale. Lift up the tummy. Now checking in with the distance between your ears and the tops of your shoulders. Can you make your neck longer here? Releasing some of that tension. And let's bring both heels up and then gently pressing them down, holding there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continue to pedal. And just enjoying that length through the back of the legs. Can you keep your abdominals on here as we move through the ankle? And let's bring those heels up one more time. Up tall, gently releasing them towards the floor, holding here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, pedal out just a little more just to release that tension. And then taking a deep breath in, we're making our way out to all fours. Just letting the knees come down to the floor for just a moment. Squaring off. We're reaching through the spine, lifting the abdominals, and we're coming up to a hover. We're going to hover the knees. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hover those knees. Inhale, we hold here. Exhale, pushing to our downward dog. Big breath in. And now from now on in, we're going to stay hovered. We're going to move between these two positions, coming down into your knee hovered, nice square position. Exhale, back to your downward dog. And inhale, we hover the knees. And exhale, we push back to downward dog. Now really protect your lower back here, keeping the abdominals on. If you need to put the knees down each time as you lower, you just go ahead and do that. Just put them down really lightly and find your downward dog. Inhale, hover, and exhale, downward dog. And again, now how are the shoulders? Are the hands under the shoulders? When you come out square, do you feel strong in your shoulders, pushing the floor away with all of your fingertips, the entire palm of your hand? Back to downward dog, and let's do 3 more. And back, and 2. And last one, we're hovering here, holding. Take a deep breath in and out. We have 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7. Draw up through those abdominals. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's lower the knees. Take a shell stretch, child's pose. And just turn your wrists. Breathe deeply into your lower back here. And we're coming out all square. Knees are down now. We're reaching through the spine. Collect those abdominals, bring them up away from the mat. Keep them with you. We're going to come through some cat-cow. Big breath in. Tucking the tail gently, rolling it under, roll up through your spine, pushing the floor away with the hands. Let the head be heavy. We're holding here, breathing deeply. See if you can notice a 3D breath through the rib cage. Thinking about that space in the middle back. Staying up in our cat, 1 more breath. And then release that, unwind your spine, tail to head, nice and slow until you're in your neutral spine, and then allow the spine to come into a little extension. Can we reach the sternum forward and allow the chest to open? Big breath in here. We're hanging out in this gentle extension. Might feel like you're sending your sit bones way back up into the air. And let's come back through to cat. Round through the tailbone, collect your abdominals, draw them up and in, push the floor away and let your head be heavy. Really push Imagine you're trying to reach the back of your rib cage up to the ceiling. We're holding here, enjoying that nice flexion. And unwinding from the tailbone. Roll through nice and slow and controlled till you meet that neutral spine, and then allowing the spine some extension. Open your chest. You might feel a little bit of a tightness between the shoulder blades. And then let's meet back up in a neutral spine. So release that. We're not going to go to cat. We're just going to stick around in neutral. Coming down onto your forearms. So plant the elbows right under the shoulders. Palms are straight down. And we're going to be picking up the knees again into a hover, but this time we're going to add on. Okay? So big breath in, and when you're ready, exhale, hover your knees just a couple of inches, maybe 3 inches. Okay? So we're nice and square here. We're going to be coming into a gentle twist. So you're going to allow one hip to come down, very small, start small. And then come through center, exhale, we go bring it down on the other hip. So we're just coming through, we're going to do 4. So there's 1, and 2. You have to just adjust your feet as needed. 3, and 4. Coming to center and holding. And let's lower down for a second. Readjust as you need. Shoulders nice and strong, pushing the floor away. Take a deep breath in. And we're going to try that again. Exhale, hovering through the knees. So we're in a shoulder stand here. And then very, very small little twist. And center. Exhale, twist. And center. 1 more each side. These are so small. And back to center. And we're letting that go. Take a shell stretch for just a moment. So remember that movement, that twisting movement. We're going to get into a bit of a flow here and we're going to be adding that twisting movement in for 4 counts. Okay. So when you're ready, coming to all 4s. So now we're up on our hands, reach the spine, exhale, find your downward dog. Bend your knees and walk your hands back to your feet and then round up to standing. Nice and tall. Hands come behind the head. Here we go with our flow. Squat and press. Cross over and down. Cross over and down. Allow the arms to come to the floor. Squat down, walking out to our downward dog. And then meet me in that hovered knees position. So now we're up here on our hands, hovering the knees. We twist for 1 and center, 2, center, 3, center, 4, center, push to downward dog, walking your hands back to your feet, rolling up, nice and tall, hands behind the head, we squat, and press, cross over, and squat down, hands to the floor, walking to downward dog, send those sit bones way up, and then meet me in a hovering knees, and here we go for 4, twist, and twist. Keep the abdominals lifted, the spine is long. The head is going to want to drop here. We're not going to let it. And twist, pushing to our downward dog. Bend your knees, walking your hands back to your feet. Round your spine up. Hands behind the head. We squat. And up. Cross over. And cross over. And squat down, hands to the floor, downward dog, and then to our knee hover, adjust as needed to make yourself square. Before you start twisting, make that spine really long, and we twist. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Push to downward dog. We only One more round. Bend the knees, walking the hands back to the feet. Scoop in the belly and stand tall. Hands behind the head, we squat. And cross over. Cross. And from here, squatting down, walking to that downward dog. Last round of twists. Coming to your knees, hovering. Set yourself up here. Reach the spine. Lift the abdominals. Tiny twist for 4. Center. Exhale, 3. Center. 2. Center. 1. Center. We're holding in our hovered knees. You've got this. Adjust everything. Reset anything that may have fallen down. Lift the long neck long. Press up through the feet. Press up through the hands. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job, you guys. Lower down. Take a child's pose. Breathe deeply into your lower back. Notice your heart rate. And then meeting me in all fours. Let's come into a nice big rotation stretch. Open up with the right arm, feeling the chest open. Push the floor away with the bottom arm. And let's thread this arm right through underneath the other arm, your left arm. Let your head rest on the floor. And then if you want to, you can open this bottom shoulder, getting into a nice big twist here. Stretching out through the shoulders. We've already worked the shoulders a lot this morning. Just a little bit to go. Awesome work. When you're ready, pushing down through the left hand. Come all the way through into a huge big rotation. Back up where we started. And placing that hand down, let's do it on the other side. Float the left arm open, turn your chest, draw in for your tummy, and then thread the arm through, head rests, arm rests, and if you want to, we bring this other arm towards the ceiling. That is optional. Breathe deeply. Try to make that top shoulder feel open. Breathing deeply. Let's place that right hand down. When we push through, we come back out to the left to finish. Nice big open rotation. And we're back to our forearms. I promise you this is the last thing we're going to be doing on our shoulders. Sort of. Let's bring the left leg out long. So now we're kind of in a tripod with just our toes touching on the long leg. Okay, we're going to stay really square here. And notice the shape of your arms. They're square, right? So we're going to take the right arm and we're going to pull it up to the side like a cactus arm. Okay, so pulling it up and placing it down. And from there, once both arms are back on the floor, we lift this left leg, pull in, bring that heel towards the bum, reach the leg out long, and lower the toes. That's the combination. Okay, let's start with the right arm. Exhale, float the right arm, pulling up through the back of the shoulder. Inhale, place it down. Exhale, reach that leg up long. Inhale, heel to the bum. Exhale, reach that leg out like you're pushing it through water. And inhale, lowering the toes. Exhale, right arm opens. And we inhale, place it down. Both arms are down now. Exhale, leg lifts. Inhale, heel to the bum. Keep that leg lifting. Reach the leg back out long and lowering down. Right arm, we're picking up our pace. Inhale, bring the arm down. Exhale, bring the leg up. Inhale, heel to bum. And reach and lower. We have 3 more rounds. Pull that shoulder open. Bring it back down. Leg floats. heel to bum. Keep the leg reaching and lifted. Lower the toes. 2 more rounds. Right arm. And inhale down. Exhale, float it. Inhale, pull that heel in. Reach the leg long. And down. Last round here. That left shoulder should be starting to feel pretty tired. And down. Last leg lift. Pull the heel in. Reach it out. Now hold here with the leg reaching out. I want you just to tune into your abdominals. Draw them up just a little more. Can we push the floor away just a little more with our elbows and forearms? And lower the toes. Nice job. Come off your shoulders. Take a breath in child's pose. Notice the difference in the shoulders here. One should feel really warm. And then coming back out when you're ready. Now the left will be the mover. The right leg is reaching. So start off already engaged through that right glute. We're nice and square. Let's start with the left arm. Left arm floats. We place it down with control. And exhale, bring the right leg to floating. Inhale, heel to bum. Reach it out long. Toes are down. And again, arm. Left arm floats. And back. So check that you're really square here. Lift your tummy. And then leg floats. And down. Sorry, heel to bum. I missed a step. Reach it up. And lower down. Left arm floats. And we're just going to take a little bit more of a pace here. Right leg reaches. Inhale. Exhale, back out. And lower the toes. Left arm. And back. Square it off. Leg. Heel to bum. Reach out long. And lower. We have 3 more rounds. Left arm. Up. Back in. Reach it out. And down. Can we push the floor away more with the shoulders? And down. We have only 1 more round after this. Pull it in. Reach it out. Lower. Last round. Left arm floats. And we put it down. The right leg is out now. Leave it lifted there. Leave it reaching. And check in with your abdominals. Push the floor away. Square off. Heel to bum. Reach it out. And lower it. Nice work, you guys. Let's take a break off of those shoulders. Come to child's pose. Breathe deeply. Breathe a whole bunch of air into the shoulders. And then meet me in a high knees position. All right, so I'm going to show you from the side what I'm talking about. If your knees are tender, make sure you put something under them if you're on a hard surface. I always use a pad because my knees really don't like it on this hard surface. Okay, so from the side, this is what this looks like. Arms will be floating. I'm squeezing my glutes. I'm pulling in through the abdominals. I'm going to open the arms, bring them back in front of me, lengthen back, and pull nice and tall. Okay? So that's the movement. I'm going to face you so I can see you, but we'll be coming back into that thigh stretch. All right, so here we go. Squeeze your glutes, draw in through your tummy, and let's float the arms out in front of you like you're holding 2 platters. 1 in each hand. Palms are facing up. Let's pull those shoulder blades back on our back just a little bit. Opening the arms. Pull them back like you're pulling through water. Okay, now from here with the arms out, we lengthen through the quad, coming back, bring the whole shape of you back, and then we come back up nice and tall. Opening the arms, pull them in, pinkies come towards each other. Now we come back, the whole shape. So keep your abdominals on here as we lean back, and we come up tall. Nice work. Open, and pull in. And gently leaning back, keep your belly button with you, and nice and tall. and open. The arms are gonna start to get tired here. Pull them in, reaching back, and nice and tall. Let's do that 4 more times. Open and pull in and back and return. Open and back. My arms are feeling tired. Come back and up. Nice work. Last 2. Pull in. Keep that energy in the arms. And last 1. And back. And back. And we're tall. Nice work. Whew, shake your arms out. Okay, taking the right leg out to the side. So here we are. I want you to plant that foot down. Really think about your pinky toe. What's going to happen is all the weight's going to want to go into that big toe and inside of your foot. So keep that foot planted down. That's part of your anchor, okay? And we're going to be coming into a side bend towards the long leg, coming back up to center, and then we're going to tip down to the other side as well and come up tall. That's the harder side. So this is our easy side towards the leg. Nice big stretch and back to center. And now this one we tip over and back and over and back. Inhale, tip it over. Exhale, pull up. And inhale, exhale, center. Coming right over and back. We're using that top side oblique to bring us back nice and tall and vertical, tipping over and pulling up. Push that foot into the floor. 2 more rounds. And tall, draw in through the tummy. Keep it with you as you tip over. And back. Last one. Over the long leg. And nice and tall. And tip. And back. And let's let that go. Switch your legs up. Plant that left foot down before you get started. Just check in. Glutes are on, especially this standing glute. Abdominals are with you, okay? And let's go over the long leg. Enjoy this stretch. And then come out nice and long. And then we tip over. And back. Reach. And long arms. Tip it over. And back. Can we turn this into an abdominal focus by keeping your abs on through each movement? Keep them pulling in towards you. Keep your spine really long. And let's do 3 more. Slowing it down just a little, enjoying these moves. And over we go. And over. And coming back to center, letting that go. Taking that leg back in and coming all the way through to seated. All right, so in this seated position, just place your hands behind your knees. And we're just gonna roll our way down to the mat. We finally made it to our backs. Okay, so feet are planted, knees are bent, your legs are just regular, neutral hip width apart. And let's just gently start to move through the pelvis into your imprint. And then release the pelvis back to what feels neutral. Neutral, nice and flat across the front. We don't want to be tipped back in neutral. We want to be nice and flat with a little bit of space between your lower back and the mat. So we roll into imprint and back. And let's do that one more time. Imprint and back. Awesome. Hands come behind the head. Let your shoulders drop down away from the ears. We're going to just gently start here with some ab prep. Nod through the chin gently, and then flex up just to look at your thighs. We're holding here and lowering down, just that sort of unsatisfying sit-up. So some just very small, gentle nod of the chin, flex up, look at the thighs, hold, and lower. And let's do that 2 more times. Gentle nod, flex up, stay up, and lowering down. And on this last one, we're going to gently nod, flex up. We're holding here. So I'm still neutral in my pelvis, okay? I haven't gone into imprint. Let's start to alternate, bringing our legs to tabletop. So you're keeping the head up. We're just bringing each leg up as we go, as we hold. Can we come up a little higher? Keeping the chin off of the chest. Make sure there's a little space between the chin and the chest so you can breathe. One more each leg. Awesome work. Hold. And lower down. And just let your arms come down for a second, shaking them off. Shaking the arms, letting the shoulders relax. Bring your legs out long. And we're going to be doing some crossover. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate this so that you've seen it and you know what's coming. Okay, so what will be happening here, our legs are hip width apart. We're going to come up and cross and return. So this is an oblique. So as we come up, we cross and back. And after about 8 of those on one side, we're going to stay up and we're going to just hold and we're going to be reaching our arms. Reach back to the head. Reach back to the head. And we're going to do that 8 times as well. Okay? All right. So set yourself up. Draw in through the tummy. We're pretty much neutral in the pelvis. If you go into imprint a little, that's okay. Hands come back behind the head. And the trick here is that your elbows are staying really wide. Okay? Big breath in. And let's bring that leg up. Cross your chest over. Keep your elbows wide. Yes. And return. And that's our pace. It's really slow. Exhale. Cross. So same side every time. And again, gentle nod of your chin. Come up and rotate. And back. And back. 4 more. 4. Check your elbows. Open them a little wider. 3. Exhale, 2. And 1. Stay up here. We're going to reach our arms. So one arm goes inside the leg, one arm goes out. Reach and back to the head. Reach and head. Reach and head. Turn your sternum a little more. 3 more. Reach. Stay rotated. 2. And last 1. And return. Whew. Letting that go. If you need to bring the arms down and shake them, go ahead and do that. Wiggle your body. And then setting back up to go the other way. So we just start with that up and down. Big breath in. Exhale, flex up, elbows are wide, crossover, and back. I like to think about bringing my shoulder towards my knee rather than my elbow. 3, 4, and reach. 5, reach. 6, 7, and on this last one on 8, we're going to hold. Come on up, find that strong position. Reach the arms back to the head. Reach. Make sure you stay rotated here. Reach and back. Reach and back. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center and lower down. Awesome work, you guys. Okay, hands stay where they are behind the head. Now we're just gonna float the toes straight up to the ceiling so that you've got, your legs are still on the floor, but we're gonna flex the feet so the toes are standing tall. Gently nod the chin and flex up to look at your toes. And lower. Just the very top of our spine flexing up and lowering down. Just saying hello to the toes. Flex. Our pelvis is neutral. We're reaching through the legs. And let's do 3 more. 3. Think armpits to hips here. 2. And on this last one, we're going to stay up. Keep looking at your toes. 10 tiny pulses, so small. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down, release. You should feel a nice flush of warmth in the upper abdominals. And let's bring our feet back in. Knees are bent, coming into our imprinted pelvis. So make sure you've closed up the space between your lower back and the mat. And let's bring our legs up. We're going to do single leg stretch. So bringing both hands to one knee. Doesn't matter which one, okay? Nod the chin, push your hands into your knee as we flex up to look at our thighs. If this is too much for you, you're gonna keep your head down. We're alternating legs, exhale. Each time the hands switch to go to whichever knee is coming towards you, and you push against that knee. Reach. You could point your toes and push energy right past your feet. If you're doing this with the head down, it's exactly the same, but just keeping the head down. Giving that knee a nice push. Can we come up a little higher? Exhale, exhale, exhale. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come to center. Lower with control. Opening up the arms, leaving the legs in tabletop. Okay, from here, keeping the knees pulling towards each other. So let's squeeze those inner thighs. Let's let those knees gently tip over to the left. And exhale, pull them back to center. We're going to go to the left again. Inhale, over to the left. This is so small, heavy in the pelvis. Exhale, pull them back. Imagine that idea of that tension, or like you're pulling your legs through water. Keep squeezing the inner thigh, over to the left. Exhale, pull them back. And 3 more times to the left. Keep pushing the backs of your arms into the floor here. Nice square legs, last one. Awesome work. Bring your feet down for just a second, wiggle your hips, rock your pelvis so that we can reset into a really strong imprint to do the right side. When you're ready, imprinting the pelvis, squeeze your inner thighs, we're off to the right. Exhale, pull them through. So you want to be in control in both directions. And it's a big exhale to center. The knees are going to want to come close to you. They're going to want to come to your chest. You're going to try to keep them out there, nice and vertical. 4 more. Can we drop the belly button just a little bit more towards your spine? Last two. And last one. Awesome work. Hold here. Cross your ankles. Gently bring the knees towards the chest. It's so small. And then let them go back out vertical. So we're straight on now, and we're just gently pulling those knees towards the chest and back. We want to make sure there's always a portion of your tailbone on the floor. Big exhales. I know your hip flexors are on fire, or maybe that's just me. 3 more. 3, 2, big exhale, last one. Awesome. Place one foot down and then the other. Shake your body and then turn right over onto your tummy. We're just going to unwind our hips a little and we are almost there. Let your head rest on your hands. Engage through the legs by pointing the toes, squeezing the glutes, and lift your tummy here. Big breath in. Exhale, float the head and the hands up, finding a little extension. And then lower down. The head and arms stay put. Exhale, float both legs up into the air. And down. Exhale, head and arms float. We find that little extension. Think about the space between your shoulder blades. And lower down. And then the legs lift. Hover. If you're feeling your lower back with that leg lift, you're coming too high. Floating the upper body. And lowering down. Reach through the legs. Lift those legs to a hover. And lower. Let's do 2 more rounds. Can we make our neck a little bit longer here, dropping the shoulders? And last one, float the upper body and lower it. And then floating the legs. Let's leave them floating. Leave those legs floating. Reach through the toes. And let's flutter the legs. Tiny little flutter kick. Tons of energy running from the hip, down the leg, nice straight legs, out the toes. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and let that go. Awesome. Take a deep breath, and when you're ready, push to your shelf stretch, your child's pose. Let your thighs go wide, and then let your chest and your forehead reach to the floor as you come into a nice big stretch. See if you can drop your tailbone or reach your tailbone towards your heels. And let's take our hands off to the left, getting a nice big pull through the side body. Just keeping the ear and the shoulder away from each other, like a little tug of war. Make your neck longer. And gently come through center and go the other way as well. Big stretch, reach that back hip backwards. Should feel a nice long pull from your pinky all the way to your hip. And releasing that when you're ready, coming back through center. Let's come up. If you need your cushion under your knees, grab that and come into a low lunge. Step 1 foot forward, stay really tall, squeezing this back glute. And then when you're ready, the same arm as your back leg comes up and over into our nice big side bend. Hopefully getting a nice openness through the front of your hip, through your side. Sometimes I just rest this arm right on my head. Making sure you're not feeling any pinching in the lower back. Awesome. When you're ready to switch it up, go ahead and switch. Same thing, get nice and tall, pull in through the core, squeeze this back glute. And then once you find that nice strong stance, lifting the arm up and over. And releasing when you're ready. Come to seated. If you have a cushion to sit on, go ahead and grab it. And let's let the legs go wide. Get really, really tall here. Pull up through your spine. Send the top of your head into the ceiling. And then walk your hands out. I like to have my toes pointing up, but that's optional. And then come into your forward fold. Picture the shape of a rainbow here with your spine, nice and round. Lifting the tummy up underneath you and rooting down through your sit bones. Might feel your hamstrings, your lower back. Breathe deeply into the lower back like you're trying to fill it up with air. And just release the tension out of your neck. Anything you don't need, drop it off now. Now engage through the abdominals just a little bit as you drag your fingertips back to your legs, stacking your spine. And bring the arms behind you to clasp your hands, squeeze your shoulders back. Let your head come up just gently into a little extension. Reach your sternum forward. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then gently release that, wiggle your body. Thank you so much for joining me, you guys. We are all done. I hope you had a good workout. Please feel free to let me know any feedback at any time. Have a wonderful Tuesday, you guys. See you later.